in Vancouver from a brothel, and the police in Vancouver, they said, well, when they called the Canadian Border Service Agency, because it's the enforcement, they said, well, but these women, they are not trafficked, they have a status, they have a visitor visa, and that they couldn't have access to that. The TRP, we are criticizing because there is not accessible for the women. To identify, you have to identify yourself. It's very difficult to identify yourself because sometimes the women, they don't know what that means, trafficking. Sometimes they were accepting to come to Canada to do work because they were looking for a better life. Until they start talking to you how they were submitted in a house, exploiting them sexually and also with the forced labor, when they start describing you that, you are the ones, as a community workers, as a public, you have to say to them, you know, this means trafficking, and talk about that, because they won't identify. The second problem with the TRP is that they just extended 2 months ago for 180 days. They have to prove, they have to go through all questionnaire, they have to be interviewed by a Canadian Border Service officer, and they will call the RCMP, has to be some immigration officer, and it's very traumatic because you have to identify, and it's at their discretion. If it is a man that is coming with all baggage, that the woman is for sex trade, the woman is a second-class citizen, he won't identify you as a victim of trafficking. The other thing is that to have access to that, we need to send a fax in a number. And then we have to explain what is the situation of the woman. And then after that, the immigration officer will call us. Our question is, for what for is the TRP? Why is all this temporary resident permit? I will tell you what is. Canada, internationally, always we have been leading in immigration issues. Canada has to respond to a report that the United States is doing by themselves as a government, reviewing which governments are doing their part to stop trafficking. I told you last year, in May 2006, there was a temporary resident permit. Why? Because in June, every June of the year, Canada has to report to the United States what they have been done to stop trafficking. What happened to this time, they sent in the report. This year they changed it, and they said we extended to 180 days, which is we welcome. But that's not the solution. The solution is that when the women have been trafficked, what they lost is their choice, and we need to give them a choice. They can choose if they want to stay in Canada, or they can choose if they want to go back to their country. Canada is not giving that choice. Because with the temporary resident, after 6 months, even though they will have a work permit, they will have a health coverage, after 6 months they have to review again if they can renew it for another year. But after that, there is a possibility, maybe, because we haven't seen any case, that they can apply for permanent residence. That means it's nothing clear. What we are doing as a different organization, because the Canadian Council for Refugees is a national organization that we advocate for immigrants and refugees. We have been doing a lot of advocacy and lobbying about how we can really take seriously the case of trafficking. We have guidelines. We have to say that the first guidelines, we have a conference in 2004, about 2003, about what is the issue, and we start saying we have to have a principles, and one of the principles is a human rights issue. Trafficking is a violation of human rights issue. Second is it's a gender issue, and we have to see it from that perspective. Third is that we need to give a choice and a possibility to the victim of trafficking to stay here in Canada. And I'm talking about gender issue, not just gender issues related that is about women. It's about everything, because it could be young men, sexual orientation, young kids, boys that they can be trafficked. The other is that we are now, when we were pushing for the TRP and we celebrate, and after we say we regret on that celebration, we did a proposal with the call of some lawyers, because we have a lot of lawyers, immigration lawyers, helping us to do a proposal of guidelines for a legislation. Because if you see what Canada is doing is putting band-aids. There is changes in the criminal code, there is this TRP that can have a medical coverage and also some work permit that is not permanently. What we are looking, and I am agree that Irina is saying that the interdepartmental working group, that even is difficult for me to mention, they have to be reactivated, but also they have to be working in a national legislation. And we have a proposal, a guidelines or proposal for a legislation. That's the way that we can start stopping trafficking. We have a legislation to protect refugees. Trafficking issues sometimes is not a refugee case. They have their own unique issues, and we need a legislation what we want from this legislation. Give immediately a protection, but also to give housing, cover all the Palermo Protocol, housing, legal counseling, legal health issues like with the counseling, with the medical coverage, work permits, but also to give the possibility that they can apply for a permanent residence if they want to stay in Canada. The other is that even we were talking that some women, they will decide to go back, some of the victims. Well, let them go in a dignity way. You know what is happening in BC? Some of the women that they were detained at that rate, I learned and I was totally in shock because they were so desperate because they keep them in jail that they decide to go back. And what they did, they handcuffed them and put them in a plane with as they were removed, they were deported because there is not any other way to do it, which is unfair. Because all the time when we talk about trafficking and we talk to the victim, always is blaming them. And one of the things, because I need to finish, this is quite late, but one of the things is that trafficking is not just to go and say, wow, it's difficult. It's something that you need to take it as a commitment, as a Canadian, that we have been fighting for the human rights for everybody, that we always have been talking about what is wrong here. That's what we need to start doing. We start stopping trafficking, but in the right and the correct process. The first thing is to recognize and validate that person in a way that that person can have choices, because he's a human being. That's why I said it's a human rights issue. I want to just invite you that the CCR, we are impulsing a campaign with this proposed guidelines, the proposal of the legislation, because our plan is to present it to the new Minister of Immigration, Diane Finlay, in a way that really they can take seriously the issue about trafficking, about all the issues about immigration, because it's very sad to see that anything that is related to immigration and refugee issues, which is trafficking, is part, even though we know that it's a national issue too, they don't take seriously, just to put the band-aid. Thank you.